Through the white opal door, we see an ovular room made of twisting tree branches. The room is decorated in rich colors with purple drapes pulled aside from their golden-rimmed windows to let in the morning sunrise, bathing the entire scene in a heavenly glow. A sturdy wooden table sits into the center of the room with 2 untouched cups of tea on top of it. Standing next to the table is a tall, pale elven woman dressed in dark purple robes with long black hair flowing down her back. There's a silver diadem imbued with a purple gemstone signifying her status as a princess. The only other piece of jewelry she wears is a golden wedding band on her ring finger of her left hand. With her opposite hand, she tightly grasps the hand of her husband, RInnel. The scene changes, and we see a younger, more innocent RInnel moving about a busy marketplace as brass plays, and the crowd clears to allow for the royal guard to usher the princess, Amara, through. Lost to her beauty, he can only stand and stare until he is shocked out of his reverie by a call of his father. "Come, Finan, there's work to be done at the house." But not before making eye contact with the princess and exchanging a smile. The scene changes again, and we see the 2 of them playing the elaborate game of forbidden love, dropping letters in secret for the other to pick up, small gifts exchanging hands, the occasional moonlit dinner outside the princess's terrace, until whispered "I love you." Again, we see the marketplace, although this time carts are destroyed and their contents strewn across the ground as the guards interrogate shopkeepers or tend to their wounded, as a distraught Finan questions a passerby as to the identity of those who kidnapped the princess. Despite his parents' warning, we see a resolute Finan track down the kidnappers and in a bloody ambush kill most of them before a kidnapper grabs Amara and holds a knife to her throat. Tired from his injuries but fueled by his love, Finan lunges forward in an attempt to catch his fiancée, only to be met by the slash of a silver dagger and the spatter of blood across his face. As the remaining kidnappers make their escape, Finan can do nothing but grieve until he is found unconscious by the royal guard and imprisoned for the killing of the princess. For years, he remained imprisoned until one night he saw his chance to escape and took it, running through the woods, moving from town to town, and making himself scarce at any mention of the royal family. Finan grew hard, untrustworthy, and dangerous. As a reminder of his consequences he had to pay, and to never trust again, he took the name RInnel Mendax. There was nothing left for Finan, no evidence of his innocence, and no reason for why his lover had been killed. Only the sleepless nights and emptiness in his chest were left to him. That is, until we see RInnel walk inside Scully's tavern, sit down at a bar next to Granuel, and after some snide remarks, we see them both smile. Things move very fast now, but as you see the trials of your adventures, you also see all the times you had each other's backs and made each other laugh. You see this all the way up until when the 5 of you are standing on top of a building in Cala Delor, surrounded by the floodwaters of the tsunami. We see an enraged and bloodied RInnel, influenced by the mask of anger, look from the burning corpse of his animal companion to Granuel's masked face and lunge, sword in hand, only for it to fall from his grasp as we see a flash of silver and a dagger protruding from RInnel's chest. Out of time, we see RInnel standing in a plain white room with several white opal doors. Through them we can see all of the different timelines, but we can see when a red cloaked figure first ushered him through one of these doors, and he realizes he can do it again. He can see the woman who should have become his wife again. It'll mean going through all of that pain and all of that suffering and all of that time over and over again, but it'll be worth it. So he steps through. We see RInnel in the marketplace again and again and again, and we see him passing the same notes to Amara over and over. We see their tragic death and his wrongful imprisonment countless times, until we stop seeing RInnel in the marketplace, awaiting about the castle see him training and practicing and getting stronger, until when he lunged for the dagger, he catches it before it can cut her throat. There are tears and the pounding of feet as they make their way to elope. We can see them use magic to bend the trees into the house that we see them in now. RInnel knows the meaning of the phrase, "I would give it all away for another day with you," because he has so many times. But now he gets to have that time back. Every morning we can see them having tea as they watch the sunrise. RInnel spends his time more devoted to nature and what he has. He even forgives RInnel for the death of his panther. But nothing good lasts forever. RInnel is painfully aware of that too. We see them now in that room that they've called their home for so many years. Their morning tea untouched as Amara holds her husband's hand tightly. The sunrise making their wedding rings glow. RInnel squeezes her hand once more before letting go. And he draws his two scimitars as he steps across the room and into the white oval door. He doesn't look back. He knows there would be a price for this time, and this is it. Standing before you is your friend and adventuring companion, RInnel Mendax.